All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and I am live streaming. And this is once again the Hero Hour. Let me check my volumes real quick. Buddy, welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics. All right, sounds good. All right, excellent. See, now I count that as checking my volumes and not screwing up and forgetting to mute it. See how that works? Well, since nobody's here just yet, which is perfect, it gives me an opportunity to open up some Lego packs. Woohoo! I got 2 more Lego packs today. I know exactly who's in here because I'm just that good. But I figured I'd open them up and share them with you. Let me see if I remember what these are. This one's got squishy hair. And yeah, I think this is Jasmine. Let me open it up real quick. Do I have any of my opening utensil tools around here? I think I've taken them all to the store. Oh, nope. Here we go. Oh, I got an update on the store. I'm so happy. I got a thing. I like hard work sometimes. Yep. There we go. Jasmine. I think I told you guys before, the first set of Disney minifigs included the Genie and Aladdin. And this time it includes Jafar and Jasmine. So that's kind of cool. And I don't believe they have any. Yeah, she's got her hair piece is very rubbery, so it makes it kind of easy to find. There's actually 2 other characters that have rubbery hair. That would be both Anna and Elsa, but both Anna and Elsa have the triangle base, so that makes it easy to identify them. But see, here she is, and she's cute. She's got a dove for some reason. It'd be so much cooler if she had a tiger. But yeah, that's one. And let me see, what was this one? Why did I pick this one up? Don't remember exactly why I picked this one up. It's got a... There's a small piece. Oh, it was Uncle Scrooge. And I'll tell you why. Hail punctuality. Hey, thanks, Tosspot. No. As Avery says, I am never late. Hey, you never know. The new live-action Aladdin could be a Bollywood movie. It's got that feel to it. Here. Nope. Nothing extra. All right. The reason I was able to find him so easy is Kane. He's the only character that has a small stick.
So, I came in at the right time.
What up, Kodiak?
What up?
How's
it's pragmatic. It's ecstatic. It's uncanny Kodiak.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
It is. It is.
All right. How's it going, my friend?
I'm coming off the wagon tonight for you. Only for you.
Coming off the wagon?
Yeah. Drinking some wine for the first time in like 3 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Taking the first sip now. Oh wait, no, I'm supposed to finish my juice. I'm doing something healthy by drinking some juice, keeping it real, getting healthy.
Okay.
Drink healthy, then drink alcohol, right?
How does? Oh, okay. You're drinking like a fruit smoothie or something.
It's a juice.
It's green, so it looks so horrible.
Yeah, it's kale. I'm used to them by now, but they are.
Yeah.
There he is.
Here we go. See? Uncle Scrooge. Everybody loves Uncle Scrooge. All right. Avery got all the nasty stuff out of the way before you even got here, so.
Okay.
Like me drinking that freaking juice. Ugh.
All right, so, because I know everybody wants to know, update on this.
Dang it.
Hey.
Would you shut those kids up?
I am. I'm getting them.
Hey,
Kids are disfellowshipped.
Hey, Kodiak, do you like things like collard greens?
Fresh, like uncooked.
No, you cook them.
I like them uncooked, but
Uncooked collard greens?
Oh yeah, I like all my broccoli and stuff like that, and uncooked takes away the yuck.
Well, raw broccoli's bad for your thyroid if you eat too much of it.
Yeah, that would actually make sense. I can't remember what that's called. That's in it. No, I like because I like cooking kale lately. So I think I would probably. I haven't eaten them in a long time, but they sound like something I would enjoy. Yes, cooked collard greens.
Well, that makes I've put a little bit of kale in collard greens, and it's edible.
Yeah,
But I usually mix collard greens with baby spinach and just put a little bit of kale in there.
yeah.
I don't like either of those two things, so you guys are more than welcome to them.
But I also put bacon in there.
What about collard green tasting peeps?
Yeah. You would have to eat that.
Yeah, we
You would have to.
I would definitely try it. I would tell you that. I would definitely try it. So.
Avery and I are going to get our own peep press just to make you eat things.
Tosspot says, add vodka. Vodka is the duct tape of beverages. I've heard that's the truth. So, all right. So, quick update on the store. I actually made some mini videos that I got to string together. I'm not satisfied with the end result yet, so I don't want to put that out there. But hopefully tomorrow I will have enough where I like it that I'll put out a video on how the store is going. But I had 3 chances to go by the store this week, and I did work in the store. And today was the big day where I took off work early and was going to have help at the store, and we were going to spend at least 3 to 4 hours. I got cuts all over my fingers, guys. I got to use the Band-Aids. Here, I'm going to turn off the camera for a minute. So, can you guys still hear me? Anybody there? I hope so.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just editing out my kids.
Oh, all right. Well, so what I was saying is, Mike and I after work, I left work around 12:30, and I headed to Home Depot to pick up a few things that I knew we needed, and then I met Mike at Taco Bell, and that might have been where we went wrong. We should have done something else, but we got to the flea market around 1:30, and we started working, and the heat in there, because I meant to tell him to bring one of the fans from home. The heat, the Taco Bell, and the fact that he's still a little under the weather, he was getting ready to just upchuck everywhere, and I told him, dude, just go home, and he did. So he left everything with me, which is okay because I mean he wasn't feeling well. So
I'll be right back. So much for that first glass of wine. I just dumped it all over me.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah, look. Empty all over me, dude, too. At least it didn't go on my keyboard. That would have been tragic.
Yeah.
And funny.
Yeah. This is pretty funny. This is the first glass of wine I've had in like 3 weeks, and you're
wearing it.
And I'm wearing it.
Obviously, God is trying to tell you something.
My wife has already walked up with a new glass of wine, so that tells you how loud that was.
All right. Tosspot says, when are you able to set up your table? Actually, we're not working on tables anymore. We're actually working on a whole store. We're renting one of the storage. Well, they rent you the unit, a storage unit, and you turn it into a store, and that's what we're working on right now. So, and I finished putting up the drywall, or I re-put up the drywall. The guys who had previously had the space didn't know how to put up drywall and did a really crappy job. And what's actually really funny is I have a fortune cookie to share with you guys that just hit home last night when I was talking to my wife about it. But here, I'll show it to you. All right, the fortune cookie says, and this was from last night, take the time to do it right. Otherwise, you will have to take the time to do it over. And that's a good fortune cookie, and it worked with what was happening. So I took down the drywall, I redid it, recut it, put it up, put actual plywood supports behind it, because these guys put it up against the wall, taped it, screwed it into some wood, and the majority of it, you just shook it and it just vibrated because it was not connected to anything. It was just bad. So I redid it. And I did the mudding, did some tape on it. I didn't really need a lot of it. Today we went in, we built a a wooden frame around the first section, which pretty much covered up the joints. But what I'm doing is I found a strip of drywall corner pieces, which I never even knew existed. It's a plastic strip that is at a 90-degree angle, and like this, okay? And it has holes in it so that you can screw it in to the drywall. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the board that is the frame. That way I can put art on the board and it'll hold it up. And then I can easily move it. I can take it down. I don't have to pin anything. I don't have to tack anything. I don't have to hang anything. I can rearrange the art. I can put it up, and the big thing is I can also take it down at the end of the evening so that it doesn't stay in the unit. I can take the art home every day, but I can rearrange it in any way I want. And today I did the painting. I did a second coat of paint, and it looks really good. It's white instead of the green, nasty green that they had in there to begin with. But the goal was to have half the store done by tomorrow. We're not done. And what's going to end up happening is I have to check the paperwork again, but I believe they allow the vendors to start coming in at 7 a.m. They open the gates at 7 a.m. And the stores are supposed to be open by 10. So what my plan is to go in tomorrow morning around 7 a.m., finish putting together the things I wanted to put together today, stop at around 9, go home, because it's not that far from my home. Go home, take a shower, freshen up, grab some breakfast, and come back to open the door at 10. But I'm going to continue working on stuff throughout the day. Now, if I don't make a single penny tomorrow, that's just the way it's going to be. But I'm going to continue working on setting stuff up and working. Because one of the things I told the guy at the front is that I'm not going to be sawing any of the wood, but I can drill the wood together. I'm not going to be sawing anything because I don't want to have saws around when people are walking in and out. But I can drill stuff. So my goal was to cut all the wood that I need for tomorrow and have it ready so that I can start assembling it. And that's just how it happens. But I have 2.5 of the racks of the 5 racks I wanted to have done. So I still have a little bit of work to do, but that's okay. I like it. I like doing this. I enjoy building things. And it'll probably take another week or so to get everything the way I want it. But we're doing what we call a soft opening tomorrow. We'll do a grand opening probably next weekend. That is my goal. But I gotta pull the drawing table out and take that down, and I gotta make sure Mike's healthy enough so that he can help me do it, because it's a beast, but it's in pieces, so it's doable. I could do it myself, but my wife doesn't want me to. She bitched at me last night when I even suggested it. But that's okay.
Some of my funnest times with my dad was working at this guy we met named Russell. And, dude, it was at the flea market on Blanding.
Yeah.
Doing comic books. And it was almost like a auction. I mean, he'd have so many people stuffed in there because he once had, like, the first Wolverine, which is Hulk 181, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like, he had it for $80, and back then it was still low, but it wasn't no $80. But he could always come by these things. I remember it was the same year Batman and Robin came out, so whatever year that was. But
97,
I want to say
is what I'm thinking, yeah.
So just months, whatever. Just like a year from before my dad died. So it was kind of like the last time we got along before I hit that 17 where I was an asshole. But yeah, so what I would do for him is basically put all the books in alphabetical order, and he'd pay me a couple dollars. So I'd go buy CDs, and that's when I first found Megadeth Countdown to an Extinction. That's
from the money you made doing comics, huh?
Yep. That's it.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I hated alphabetizing stuff. My dad used to lay his stuff out on the bed and alphabetize it, especially when he got new stuff. And he was heavy on cycling it so that, it doesn't just stay in a box somewhere and bugs start eaten it. And back in the 90s, they had a lot of those acetone bags. You might accidentally, so he would, a lot of times he'd buy new bags and just replace all the bags. Makes me wonder if Superman number 75 has, like anything that's still in that bag isn't eaten to hell. Remember those bags that they used to put like Superman the Death of Superman in?
Yeah. Oh, the plastic bags that came in, the sealed ones that came in?
Sealed ones, yeah.
Yeah, those were not acid-free, guys.
Yep.
Those probably did not age well.
Yep.
In the comic, so.
Yeah, he was telling me that back when in 93 when that was coming out, he's like, this is an acetone bag. This is going to destroy the book inside it.
Yeah. Well, they never intended for you to keep it sealed, They intended for you to open it up and read the comic.
Yeah.
But the whole reason why it was sealed was because they didn't want people flipping through it and spoiling it. And, now with social media, that's even worse, The fact people try to spoil stuff. So, I tried to convince Mike to take me to go see John Wick 3 tonight, and he's not up for it. So I wanted to go see it so bad. You know what's so funny? John Wick 1 and 2 are probably my favorite. I will watch those over and over again because I enjoy them very, very much. I never saw them in the theater.
Yeah,
neither one of them.
Me and my wife wanted to pull that too. I didn't either, but I wanted to see 3 in the.
Oh, I've got to see it in the theater because it's going to be spectacular.
Yeah,
or at least that's what I'm hoping. Okay, hold on a second. Yoka Milk came in and said something. I'm busy drawing and busy, can't make it today. Okay, that's no problem. No problem. You just let me know. You know the deal. Anybody wants to join, just holla.
I'm getting hit in the round testicles. I tried to edit myself and I even made it worse.
Well, that's all right.
This has been a bad day. Hold on, let me woosah for a minute. Woosah. No, but it's looking like I was planning on funding both Brian and Elliot. They was planning to launch on Monday, so I was gonna do it immediately. Because
didn't Elliot delay?
Yeah. So then I find out Elliot delayed until Wednesday. And then I find out the funds isn't. We were gonna just pull it out of our ass. I mean, deep up in there, pull it out and just fund Elliot for now. But I was like, I'm gonna reach even further up there and try to do Elliot and Brian. And I've already told Doug, like, look, you're just you're good. I'm gonna wait until the last possible moment for Earthworm. So
well, there's a good chance he's going to add new levels,
Right.
So he might add something like he didn't. The original art pages that I got from him the last time was one of the $40 pages, and he didn't add that at the beginning. That was something he added on later. I was like, ooh, and I jumped at that. So I mean, you never know. He might add something of later that is even better. So. Oh, hey, Drawing in Peace 198 said subscribed. Thank you. Very cool. I got a question for you guys. I had put up one of the drawing or working on the store videos, and then somebody commented on one of them and said YouTube recommended this video. And I didn't know how to respond to that. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know.
Yeah. The algorithm picked you.
Okay.
That's good. That's a good thing, Andrew. That's a good thing.
I didn't know.
God. Oh my God. Like, you should have led with that. That was like the most interesting thing you had to say yet. It's like the only thing worth commenting on.
Are you trying to tell me you didn't like the Lego stuff?
I didn't see it, but I'm sure it was atrocious.
Sometimes
everything else you've had to offer to say was not worth commenting on. That's really cool. Yeah. The algorithm picked you up and recommended you to somebody. That's awesome.
No, I don't know if they're sticking around or not, but
still, it's cool.
They just pointed it out. So
why ruin the story? Just leave it, like, let it fester.
He can't stop himself.
Sometimes I feel like Walter from Jeff Dunham. I'm like, in the background laughing.
So did you guys watch the finale for Big Bang Theory?
No, I don't watch that show.
I would rather get my teeth pulled, all of them, and shoved up my. Never mind.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
Wasn't good either.
Yeah.
well, I mean, they didn't do anything like super spectacular or anything. I mean,
Yeah, like every episode.
but I'm glad it's finally at rest.
You know,
there was a time I told my wife, I said, as long as they continue to make it funny, they could go for as long as they want. You know
what
I didn't care. So
I find intriguing about your technique. I never realized this before, but you have a very heavy hand on your quote unquote loose pencils, but you will never notice that on your finished.
Well, sometimes, yes. Sometimes a lot of my loose pencils are me just trying to break down what I. So. Oh, D says, thank God I missed the Lego stuff.
You want to see something cool? Speaking
You know what? D, I have plenty of Lego stuff I could share with you. So if you want to see more Lego stuff, I can bring it out.
You want to see something cool, Andrew?
What's that?
Remember how I thought they was doing Earthworm Jim the other day?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't?
Yeah, they didn't. They did
Mad Max.
Mad Max. I thought that was really well.
Yeah, it was. Well, I figured Doug probably couldn't have been. He had, they would want Doug on. But take a look at that.
Oh wow, that's great.
Yeah, it didn't turn out perfect.
But I mean, that's actually really fantastic.
It was really fun. It was really, I had a lot. You can tell it in the drawing.
Oh yeah.
Now, so I have that. I have the pencils. I didn't mess it up, but I did scan it into iPad, and I started working on it. And that's where the inking and coloring is really where I lack some skills. So.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to bring that original pencils to the auction on Rick's channel Sunday night, and see if anybody's interested in picking it up.
Well,
that's
what I got so far on the iPad. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me look.
It's like really glaring.
Yeah. Wonder if I can fix that. Here's the guy that was on. Just he made me. I literally stopped working on it today when that guy was on. I was like, year two. He kept saying how he wished he was good as Simon Beasley, and I'm sitting there, and me and Elliot's going, dude, you are as good as freaking Simon Beasley. You're amazing. What the heck?
Hey Tank, how's it going? Tank's in the chat. He says, still waiting for the framing to come back on your production art. I think he's talking to somebody else, but
that's crazy how I can pull it down almost to where I can't see it, but the camera pulls it up. You get a rough idea. I mean, the colors aren't all there. Oh, you know what? Duh. Try this. So I'm playing with it. Like the tires are there. You get the idea of the Bigfoot bill.
Yeah, very cool.
But mostly just blocking. Teaching myself. I've never not blocking. Flatting. I've never done an image by flatting it first. So I kind of watched some videos on that, and I like the technique. But
some people, some colorists need it, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know Avery does it himself. I've offered to flatten hero pages for him. He's like, "No, don't worry about it. I just do it myself."
Wow.
So.
Yeah, well, because when I do color shifts because of the environment, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be helping him. I'd be making it difficult for him. Or at least that's what he tells me.
The sucky thing about having this on the iPad and Procreate, I have because I have it such a large file, because I wasn't thinking when I opened it. I can only have eight layers. So then I have to copy and duplicate it to merge. Like it's crazy. So I actually have to end up having like 3 files of the same one to do the same thing you can do on one Photoshop or PC or desktop.
You can only have 8 layers? What are you talking about? Is it in the program you're using?
Yeah, it's Procreate.
Oh, okay.
Because it's an iPad, it's, if you want it to be like a printable DPI, the amount of layers you can use go down. It's frustrating, but I'm finding little works around it, until I can find me. If anybody was to ask me, I'm not a pro, but if anybody was to ask me if they wanted if should I get an iPad with you and do artwork, I'm like, if you have a desktop first, because like if you're really wanting to get busy and get work done and do this, where you're popping out stuff, don't get the iPad. Get the iPad as a supplemental. Does that make sense?
Right. Something to work with.
Yeah, it's a tool to go with something else, so you can just throw it on there on the go.
Okay, very cool.
So yeah, you said you got a lot of interest in the store, though, right? I mean, already before you even had the store.
Well, yeah. Well, we've been setting up a table at the flea market for the last 8 weeks. So, and we've got a lot of regulars that come by and check it out and so forth. So, I mean, and I've been telling them, hey, I'm getting a bigger space. So, when next time you come back, go check out the store, and I'll be bringing more stuff in because most everybody's seen all the comics I have. Not all of them, but a good majority of them. But I have so much more than comics. So. I have trades, I have graphic novels, I have art books. I haven't brought a single art book to the store, out to the flea market, and I've got lots of that stuff. So, But then again, who knows if there's an audience for that stuff? But we'll find out. But I will be able to. Well, the thing that I'm pushing the most is the fact that I'll be able to have my art as well as other comic art up at pretty much all the time. So. And that's something that other people do not have. It's something they get to see that they may not be able to see anyplace else. Now, whether or not there's an audience for it, that's a whole totally different story. But at this point, I'm not worried about that. So,
I think selling posters of your original stuff of whatever's hot could work.
That's a good idea and a good way to get your name out there. Make sure it always has your website or whatever on it, hero's name.
Yeah. Well, Avery had suggested that in prints and so forth, and then that may, if there's something somebody likes, and
check it out, man.
You gotta already have it to get the sale. You gotta already have it.
Well, I already do have prints of some of my stuff, so some of my more popular stuff. So
I was thinking about, and I need to run this off you, and I'll do it on live. I don't think it'll, if you say no, then it's immortalized, and we can see how mean you were. Go back and watch how mean you were, and how you didn't show Kodiak love. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, then I'm guaranteeing it's going to be a no. So go ahead, go for it.
No, I was thinking of downloading one of these programs where you make a 2D, like 16-bit video game. I don't want to try to make the whole video game. We'll just like do one level, but I was thinking of spriting out maybe Hero in one level, just of a platformer like Super Nintendo thing, just as a promo or whatever.
Go for it.
I was like, I was supposed to start off. I don't know if I want that much work because that's a lot of.
Yeah, and a good Hero game I think would be more like Zelda.
Oh, like an Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it would.
Or a mix,
Yeah, like Zelda 2 was.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I've played none of those games, so I have no idea.
What games did you play? Any? NES or SNES?
It would be an action adventure RPG.
I played actually I liked Link's Crossbow game for the Wii. That's one of the ones that we got that we liked.
See, games like that were in our games as small little things that annoyed you in between rounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Test your might. Little mini games.
Yeah.
No, the Link Crossbow Challenge, I think did it come with the Wii, or was that something? I don't remember.
I wouldn't know.
But it was kind of cool.
Wait, you didn't have any game system as a kid, Andrew?
I had a original Nintendo, and I only got like 2 games for it the entire time I had it. And one of them was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game, and there was a stage that I just couldn't get past, so I just didn't play it.
The famous stage.
What? I beat that game.
The first one?
The one that was on NES.
Yeah. Well, they did 2 of them for 2 popular ones.
I don't remember a second one. I just remember one.
Yeah, the one I love. The one it wasn't loved, but now it's got a kind of cult classic. But yeah, that was a fun game.
What I played was similar to the arcade. Similar.
Oh, that's 2. They had to name it 2 because they had already a Ninja Turtles game.
Oh.
Just shoved my brush pen into my hand.
Yeah, but that one, the level where you drop down into the sewer where it starts out?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I would just, I took my controller with a turbo button and just take down the button and walk off and go do something for an hour, then come back and have 100 lives because it would just keep spawning those mouse things coming at you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those robots. So my character just stood there attacking, and I would come back and just have 100 lives.
No, that's the first one. Yeah, that's the one where you had to drive around in the turtle van and stuff.
No.
No,
this was just a scrolling fight, beat 'em up.
Right, yeah, made from the arcade. Yeah, that's 2. So you could tape down the button in that game?
If you had a turbo.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I would just tape down the turbo button for the attack and leave. At the beginning of that level. As soon as my character dropped down, I'd just tape down the button and leave.
That's awesome.
So in other words, you cheated.
I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything that game didn't let me do. I didn't use a glitch. It just kept spawning the enemies, and they walked into my weapon.
Some of the fun of our childhoods is the iconic games that we did not know were iconic. Yeah. What iconic games do you have on your list that you played not knowing they were going to be on iconic?
Contra.
Oh, Contra. Yeah. Oh, yes. Love that game. I don't think I ever beat it, but I loved it.
My cousin always had it, so it was always a spend the weekend over him, so I never got to beat it. But so yeah, that was a my most favorite iconic game is Metroid that I didn't know was gonna be iconic. I thought it was like just some game I grabbed off the shelf,
I like the Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers is iconic, but
yeah,
it no buts. That's just a great game. You just played it so dang much throughout every few years. You had to go back and play it. Just why am I playing this again?
My grandfather got an NES before he passed away, and you know what his favorite game to play was?
What?
Dr. Mario, which was literally Tetris with Mario.
Yeah, but there was some different to it. I never played it, but I've heard some people that it has its own fan base separate from.
D says Double Dragon.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Double Dragon 2 is one of my favorites.
I remember playing Double Dragon, the arcade game, at one of my very first jobs at a pick and save down at the beach.
Yeah.
After my shift, I'd go play the game.
Flashback.
Yeah. I'd go play the game, and that and the crane game, because I was really good at winning stuff out of the crane game.
We played Double Dragon so much that when the second one came out, and you'd go into Toys R Us or pick wherever there was video games, you just stare at that cover and be like, "Whoa!" So the first time that we saw it played, the characters are bigger, and for a little kid, it just looked like, oh, this is man. I just jumped back to being a kid again.
Yeah, it seemed epic at the time.
Yeah, now you play it, and you're like, you play it for 5 minutes, and you're like, why am I doing this to myself?
A game I hadn't played a lot, but it was trash.
Did you guys ever see the Marvel comic Double Dragon based on the video game? What?
I know, he does it all the time. He does
it. Did you guys ever see the Double Dragon Marvel comic?
No.
The covers, there was one cover by Art Adams and another one by Larry Stroman.
Yeah.
This is back in the day.
What game was that, Avery?
The Wolverine game. but I played the hell out of it.
Yeah. I always sat there, and that's another thing. I used to sit there and stare at a comic book and just look at the panels of that advertisement. But I had
because it had
never.
the art.
Yeah.
The box art.
Yeah, it did.
I don't remember the game.
It's trash.
I didn't
Really?
know that till years later that it was Jim Lee. Yep. What game? Oh, remember the X-Men game that came out before that?
Oh yeah, that was trash too. But I rented it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
I just was like, X-Men, this has to be good, right? This is good, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't. But it's
No.
one of those things you couldn't accept that it wasn't.
Yeah. Well, for me, I was a little young to know I hadn't gotten comics yet. My dad was the collector, remember? So he actually got X-Men for himself. And we actually stayed home because we used to go to church on Thursday nights or something like that. And so we had to wait till we got back from church. We didn't stay home from church, but that would have been funny. But so he came home and we were so excited. We had looked at the box, and he popped it in to play it, and I'm just like, man, this X-Men thing is boring. Because I judged the whole fucking IP based on that video game, and I was like, what the? A year later, Pride of the X-Men would come out and change everything.
Oh yeah, that cartoon was dope, dude.
Yeah. Tosspot mentioned, those table games at Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I had a friend of mine who's big into video games, and he wanted to own one of those table video games, and he actually found somebody who had a I forget if it was a Miss Pac-Man or something, and they ended up selling it for a lot more than he could afford, but it was something he really wanted to get at one point, and I was like, that is cool.
Yeah.
I don't think the game would matter to me, just having the table,
No, Miss Pac-Man would definitely be the game to have. That or
what's Galaga? I remember that one.
Galaga, yeah.
Galaga was awesome. Yeah.
Galaga, yeah. Galaga would be the other one to have. I was trying to think of the name.
Yeah.
What's some not so popular games that are epic that you can think of for the NES, for not Super?
I was gonna say I played Pong and Asteroids with my cousin when he got it and got one of the first Atari systems. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I really liked Bionic Commando on that.
Bionic. I remember I never played that one because I remember the previews for it. It looked pretty cool.
What was the jungle one? The one where you swung on the vines and avoided Pitfall. Yes.
Was
yes.
that for? That was.
I don't remember what it was for, but I remember playing that.
Pitfall actually is one of the old games redone many things. Because Pitfall was this part.
I think the original Pitfall was I think I even had Pitfall on my Intellivision.
Yeah. I think Pitfall is one of those games that the original encoders, before there was even home games, would mess with, like move the line, move the dash. Like back when games were just them trying to figure out programs, before they put it out to the public. So Pitfall is on that list.
Tosspot says kart racers for the NES, and Tosspot says Pitfall of Activision.
Oh, he just put another one on
Intellivision, and then D says Atari.
Oh no, that's Super Nintendo.
Yep, it was on Atari. Yep.
Yeah, Tosspot says, did anyone own a ColecoVision? I don't think so. I
heard the name.
No, I had it in Intellivision.
It's funny how they sold me and probably everybody else on Nintendo with that damn robot, and that robot, you never got it. Most people never got that dang robot, and then you find out years later when you're an adult, the robot didn't actually do anything. It's like the glove. I waited forever for that dang power glove, and when I got it, it did absolutely nothing.
Oh yeah, that thing was trash.
Yes, like with a capital ash, like you said. It's like that thing was garbage. I remember having to do some kind of like special. Oh, I just spilt wine. Okay, it's just
the only accessory with the NES was one of those one of the good aftermarket controllers that had a turbo button. Yeah. That was it.
Now everything has a turbo button.
Tosspot says Mousetrap was awesome, and D says Rygar was the best. I don't think I've played either of those games.
My list, I'm going to try to keep it. No, I'm going to keep it to 2 because I just realized one was.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Silver Surfer was hard as balls, dude.
Silver Surfer, was that a video game?
Yes, on the NES. It was very much like it was a space shooter, like where the background scrolls back and forth.
Really? I don't think I ever saw
They probably
that.
just recycled something.
Yeah, it was crazy hard, dude. Like ridiculously hard.
Mm.
It was mean to do to little kids back in the day, you know?
Yep.
Oh, dude, it was next to impossible. I think there's an Angry Video Game Nerd episode where he beats it.
Isn't it funny how back then they tried to get adults to play? It was adults trying to get adults to play, and now it's adults trying to get kids to play. I guess. Well, I don't know if that's.
Well, it's adults who have the money, you know.
Well, these days, lots of people play video games because they grew up with them.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of adults that very, very rarely play video games still have video game systems.
Yeah.
Because they play them every once in a while.
There's some that are very much collector items nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I've come across them at the flea market and sold some ones that I probably should have kept. Like Super Metroid is very expensive.
Yeah. I wish I'd kept my original PlayStation.
Oh yeah, that's collectible as well too.
It wasn't a first gen, but it was still where it had the I/O port on the back.
Yeah.
Did anybody make it to the comic shop today? Or this week, I should say? Supposedly that AOC comic came out.
What's that?
Never mind. We're not going to talk.
Please. Oh no, really? Man, I don't see. I come here because I've been hit with so much politics today, and it's stupid politics. And then you say that. Is that what you're talking about? The politic lady?
Yeah, the
as
politics.
a comic. See, it's as if this world can't get any worse.
Yeah, I know.
And it will.
I just saw some people making videos about it, and I was like, "Ooh, I wonder if my store has that."
One thing humanity will never fail to do, and that is disappoint.
Isn't that the truth?
I don't think our store would pick that up, to be honest with you.
All right, I want to give, before we move on from this topic, I want to give my my unpopular games. They probably have a cult classic, but there's 2 of them.
Okay.
One that both me and my father loved was Robo Warrior, and I think they just tried to cap it. It was basically an evolved Bomberman with a space theme, and they tried to capitalize on the fact that Robo everything was the 80s.
Right.
You know,
right.
That game is fun as hell, and the other one is man, I had it a minute ago. Basically, before they switched to Super NES, it already had the sliding background on Metal Storm, and you could go up and down. Like, I'll find it in a few minutes and show you, because it's just beyond what you would think was on the NES.
Okay.
I used to try to play Metal Gear back then, but I sucked at it.
I forgot Metal Gear was way back in the NES.
Oh yeah. Now when on PlayStation, ooh, I played the heck out of that game.
Yep.
That game was so good.
I went through
I never bought another one after I played Sons of Liberty.
So you never played the one that was on PS3?
Mm-mm.
That one that hit really big?
Mm-mm. Because I was so mad that they made me play as Raiden after when I played Sons of Liberty.
Uh-huh.
I never bought another Metal Gear game.
That's really sad.
I was so pissed because I played the demo. I was excited. I was like, "Yeah, Solid Snake, man, yeah." Then I'm playing the game, and the part with Solid Snake ends, and then you become Raiden. And by the end of the game, I was just like, I hated Raiden. I was like, man, I am sick of being this little biatch.
Did you have to be that character in order to finish the game?
Yeah.
Yes, and he was even being called Snake. I was just like, nah, this is bullshit.
What is up with that rumor that it's like Metal Gear is like a prequel to Escape from New York? Have you ever heard that rumor?
I've never heard the rumor, but it's a joke. Because remember in Sons of Liberty before Raiden realized Snake was Snake, he said he asked him his name. He's like Pluskin.
Oh, that's probably where the okay. People didn't get it was a joke, probably.
Yeah.
No. Check this game out. Tell me when you got a second. It won't take long. I'm not gonna watch the whole run through.
I'll white box you. Hold on. There you go. Your white box.
All right. You viewing, Avery?
Mm-hmm.
Middle Storm.
This game was like, it was one of those jewels you found at Blockbuster. You know, keep an eye on it. Watch it for a second. It's like watch these guys on the scene. You could play whole rounds. You had to play on the ceiling, like yeah. And watch the background. See how it does that. And remember, that wasn't a thing with the NES. So to watch a background do that double layer thing was just like, what the? See how you're on the ceiling? Man, this game, I remember freezing and kicking me out several times because it couldn't keep up.
Yeah, that looks cool.
Dancing on the ceiling.
Yeah, I probably would have liked it. Maybe I played it and don't remember.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
A Blockbuster binge. And then there's all kinds of little things. I mean, it's very Contra-esque, but with the robot dancing on the ceiling and stuff like that. You're actually supposed to be a giant robot, but I didn't know that. But yeah, so.
Sort of reminds me using the spider tank in Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah. Is that a video game or just the show?
Show.
Yeah.
With spider tanks.
Yeah, we have it. We have it on almost everything. We just can't play it because we don't have the.
Yeah, you need one of those Raspberry Pis.
So yeah, what's the drawing?
That sounds sexual.
It's an emulator. You can build one yourself. There's YouTube videos on how to build it, and you can make one Raspberry Pi that'll play Sega games, Nintendo games, all kinds of stuff.
Now you totally with one sentence changed my mind about that hero game, and I don't know that. I was just we were talking about there's programs you can download or buy to make video games, and that's what Doug is making Bigfoot Bill on, and I was like, how cool would that be to do a hero game? But you're right, hero needs to be an explore adventure game, like. Like come on. If you ever played the original Legend of Zelda is the one he suggested, which is something you need to play. He said, yeah, I do. Yeah, Papa Bear, you're right. Get on it. My kid's not dumb.
Yeah, all he heard was video game, and you need to play.
Yeah.
And he agreed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I do. Video games? I need to play some video games.
Obviously, I need to play games.
Please goes without saying. Why you gotta say it? Where is it at? Quit talking. Shut up.
Dude, I've beat this game so many times, like as an adult, and I still want to play it. And it's only like as an adult, it's kind of disappointing because you like struggled so hard as a kid, and then as an adult, it's only like 6 rounds. And you're like, man, that was super fast. I beat that in like 10 minutes. Once, the very first time I played Super Metroid, I was an adult. Now, Metroid, the first one, the NES version, I played when I was a kid, but I didn't play Super Metroid until I was an adult. And I'm enjoying the crap out of it. I'm just exploring and whatever. So the guy that loaned it to me, he goes, how long are you in? I'm like, 14 hours. He's like, dude, what? I'm like, yeah, man, how long does it take? It's like a 55-hour game, right? And I had just finished playing KOTOR. so which is a long game.
Oh,
He's like, no, bro, you can run that game in 15 minutes. And I'm like, what? Because by now everybody's got a run, a run through doing the Super Mario game in like what, 5 minutes?
Oh yeah, there are people that do that.
Oh
It
yeah,
kind of takes the joy out of it, you know.
Yeah.
hardcore speed runs.
Yeah.
Man, I have got to clean up my desk area.
I like the Batman game that came out with the first the Tim Burton movie.
The very first one was oh man, I still love that game.
I like that wall jump. To me, was so cool.
I'm lucky I discovered that right in '89. Like that was a very phenomenally well done. And every Batman game after that kind of sucked. I mean, it was just like trash. It was like, but that first Batman game was just like, it was dark. It kind of, when you started it up, you was like, oh man, this is creepy. It went right along with the movie.
Yeah, kinda.
But enough of it to feel a little bit like the comic book too.
Yeah, I was like, to me, that wall jump was just so cool. The way you could just like jump up, kind of like, and sort of bounce off a wall.
Yeah. Did you do that just for fun and try to? I don't know if I had figured out that you could explore levels by then.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if that one had it in there, but
I don't remember.
I don't think I ever played the Batman game.
Up on the screen.
I had it. I had it for the NES.
Oh yeah.
I played the heck out of that game.
Yeah. Look at it. Oh, it's so pretty.
Yeah. Dude, just jumping around, punching stuff, using the batarangs, jumping off of walls. And
Take a look at it, Andrew. Right now, it just looks basic, but later when you start to have to...
Yeah, that's like the first level.
I might box you so we can see it.
Up here in a minute, you have to use you get a good idea what the wall jump was. Like, and it's not an upgrade. You immediately have it, and you have to use it too. In about 30 seconds. These freaking bomb things. Oh, another one that actually me and my dad used to stay up playing late was the first RoboCop one. The one where he couldn't jump.
Oh yeah, that was awesome right there, dude. Doing that. That was cool.
Oh, Eagle saw my copy of Jungle Comics and asked if it was any good. I liked it for the art. The story was okay. I don't know if that means there's ever going to be another issue, but the art was pretty fantastic.
My dad flipped out when he seen that character because he thought it was based after Firefly.
Huh.
You could change your weapons too. With RoboCop, the one for NES, it's the first game we had to hide from my mom because it has when you punch a dude or shoot him, guts fly out from behind him.
Oh, hey Bethany. Bethany's in the chat. How's it going, Bethany?
I'll be right back, guys.
Oh, well, we were lightboxing you.
That game was I loved that game, dude. Oh, it was so fun.
Now, which system was that for?
NES.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Like I said, I only had 2 games for that. Pretty much what it came with, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game that I couldn't beat, so I gave up on it.
That was the first one? The one where you drove around in the van, or the arcade one?
It wasn't the arcade one. I know that.
Okay, it was the first one. Yeah, that one sucked.
Yeah, because I remember there's a point in the game where you have to go through like a map.
Yeah.
I got to a point where I couldn't get past it, and I said, okay, well, I'll just restart and play up till that point again.
And years later, I looked that up, and it's so easy to get through it. It just wasn't apparent to us.
That was back in the day where you had to go out and buy a magazine in order to get and I didn't always have the money to buy magazines, so I just never found it.
Yeah, that was so cruel.
Yeah.
It was cruel.
Join the Nintendo power.
But during the original PlayStation PS2 days, I had a subscription to the PlayStation magazine because the demo discs they gave you with every issue.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't have those.
I still have a bunch of the demo discs. I've got a CD folder, dude, filled with demo discs, with PlayStation demo discs.
Wonder if any of those would be worth any money.
I don't know. I think the one valuable video game I had, I accidentally gave to you, or gave to Mikey.
Oh, which one was that?
My copy of Crash Bandicoot. That I had the Crash Bandicoot that came out on the PS1.
I do remember Michael playing that game. So
yeah, that particular pressing of the game is worth a little bit.
Really, I have no idea if he traded it in or has it somewhere. We just don't know.
Mikey probably traded in it because it was one of those things you just never could have seen coming.
I just found something important. This is my pencil leads for my mechanical pencils. Couldn't find those. Now I know where they're at. All right. There's stuff all over the floor underneath. Who knocked? Oh, I know who knocks all this crap over. It's the damn cats. Constantly knocking crap over. Oh, well.
Gee. Yeah. It's almost it's too bad someone couldn't have warned you and told you.
This is funny because I literally just allowed the kids to keep the kittens that we have, and one of them that's been named Elephant for some reason, which has decided that my desk is the coolest place on this planet. Yeah. So,
well, just so you all know, I did find the thing that I was looking for that I'd been needed to do, and I'm very happy I found it.
You found the thing that does the thing for the thing.
I found the thing I was supposed to find. I was supposed to give it to my mother-in-law, and I couldn't find where I put it. I found it. So
wonderful.
Yes.
We were really, really, really worrying about that.
No. Tosspot, kittens are great. Cats are a-holes. We still have one kitten. Well, the rest of the kittens are now cats. So, you gonna sing us a song about how kittens are great and cats are assholes?
I was trying earlier to write a Misfit Corner song, but
oh yeah,
yeah, I don't think it's appropriate to rhyme Misfit Corner with Horner.
Horner?
I don't even know what a Horner is.
What the hell's a Horner?
Better warn her. It's Misfit Corner.
We can put together some Legos. I still have this set I haven't put together yet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. This is from the Spider-Man Homecoming movie.
I mean, why would you do that?
You have kids. You know you love Legos.
It's not awesome.
Yeah, well, it happens. Well, I did my sketch of the day. I'm not sure exactly who this character is or what he is, but
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. He just kind of happened. Let me go back to it.
And it's awesome.
I don't know. He's kind of cool looking. He's kind of a knight and not a samurai.
Kind of a cocky, reluctant. Not.
Oh, maybe he's Game of Thrones inspired. Maybe I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I could see him fighting a dragon.
Maybe a Jamie character.
Oh yeah.
He kicked some poor fox out a window.
Yeah, Kang.
Yeah, and he's doing his sister. Wait, it's Animalville. They all do that.
All right, are you guys caught up to date on Game of Thrones?
No.
Oh yeah. All caught
Stop
up.
it.
Well, they're spoiling it all over the place. But
no, I have still avoided it. My wife will probably cut my nuts off if I.
Well.
All caught up, man. All caught up.
This last episode coming this last episode Sunday it's not going to be good.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That show was very metal for a while though, Avery. It was.
How could you? Oh, I was into it, man. Then last season they Like
It got
it
weird.
brought down, but then they really lost me. It's like you took the two likable characters and made them do something awful.
Yeah.
It's like that's wrong.
Yeah.
Tosspot said it looks like a bouncer at an ice cream bar.
God, wouldn't it be great if George R.R. Martin just like fucking trolled, like he trolled them so hard?
You know how they're ending the series? That's not how he's going to end the book.
Exactly. I'm with Malin on that. Malin is violently opposed to this ending. I was telling my wife that we're gonna have to get the book to finish the series.
I apparently people are. I don't really know what's going on actually, but it seems like they've turned Khaleesi into a very unlikable character.
Yeah, they started going that way. It's
but guys, the writing should have been on the wall. I mean, everybody in her family is mad. You know, her father was mad. Everybody prior to her brother.
No. If that's what they're doing, they are fucking stupid. They just went, all right, it's the end. Fuck it. We don't care. Let's put our toys up. Mommy and daddy are telling us to put our toys away. So we're going to just hurry up and finish our story and throw our shit away.
Not that I want to go political, but have you seen the meme where it says proposing socialism, and it has her standing and all the slaves are reaching up to her, and then it has her on the dragon breathing fire on everybody, and it says implementing socialism.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Funny. Yeah, I just like it. But okay, no more politics. We're done with politics. Oh, Avery, what are you working on? Let's see what you're working on.
I'm not working on anything.
You're working on some hero pages, it looks like.
No. You're hallucinating.
Guys, yeah, Tank says it was there from the beginning, blood and fire.
Did they, dude? They actually forget about the politics. I'm back to the Game of Thrones. They actually ruined that shit. If that's what they did, if that's actually that's worse than going than they ignored the story and the direction they were headed, and they totally
forget about fate versus free will. She's a slave to genetics.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not what they painted us up for 6 seasons or whatever it is.
No.
7. That's not. She was supposed to be the one of her family that was beating that shit. And we all can, you know what? That's what's frustrating is we all can relate to that. It's like you know, we all have that batshit family and we're hoping we're a little bit better than them. No, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. There's a realization. I have crazy people in my family, and I'm right up there with them. Eagle says, did you see the inside job meme that's been going around? No, I don't think so. And then Tank says, the Battle of Winterfell was total garbage.
All right. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, wait. I can just...
you know...
I think the best battle so far in that entire series is that one where Jon Snow is standing there by himself and the horses are coming right at him. That entire battle was just fantastic.
Which one was that?
It's the one where the entire episode was nothing but because remember if
that the one where at the end the king the Ice King kind of stares at Jon like, oh, you're the one to be reckoned
No,
with.
he wasn't even in this one. This is This is the one where everybody kept they kept killing so many people, and they kept being Battle of the Bastards. That's right, Tank. You got it. That was an awesome battle. There were so many, because whenever you watch a movie where there's a battle, everybody's fighting, and you know, there's dead bodies everywhere. But in this one, the dead bodies started piling up, and they were getting you know, overrun by the dead bodies that were all around them. You know,
I have a Korn song stuck in my head now. Thank you.
Oh, good God!
Yeah,
dead bodies everywhere.
Yeah, dead bodies everywhere.
No, I hate to say this, but guys, I take a lot of things as a whole and not in pieces. I think in the end, Game of Thrones is going to be fantastic overall.
I like the way you think on that. That's actually a very good way to think about things.
You know, that's like a good example is the first Pirates of the Caribbean trilogy. The first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean. The first movie was good. The second movie was but if you take all 3 of them together, it's a fun adventure. time.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing with Pitch Perfect 1, 2, and 3. You got to watch them all together.
I got to tell you, I've been.
Oh God, you sick.
I've been thinking about it lately, though. I'm just so exhausted from hating on so much stuff, though. And then
hate keeps you going. Hate keeps you alive.
Another good example is
betray you.
Another good example is the Hunger Games movies.
Oh,
If you take all 4 of them together,
there's 4 of them.
Fantastic story.
Why is there 4 of them? There's only 3 books.
They broke the last book into 2 movies.
Oh, right, but they didn't put anything that was in the book on them.
Oh.
I remember me and my wife went and seen the first one and the second. No, we watched the first one on Netflix. I took her to see the second one in the theater, and we just was like, nope. We noped out of the. Even though the second one was better than the first one, they had totally went away from everything that was. It was like having X-Men without the mutants. It was there was fundamental.
Eagle says the books were better, so.
Yeah, the books were awesome. The books were great. Funny enough, whether she realizes it or not, Suzanne Collins wrote the 1984 for what's happening right now with that story.
Yeah, I don't think so. All right,
yeah, she did. She did because unlike 1984 and all that, which was foreseeing a right wing, without going political, but just describing the books, they were seeing something they had already seen before, which was just after World War II. With Suzanne Collins, what she didn't realize she had written into existence was a left-wing totalitarianism. Did I say that right? Yeah, I think I got that out.
I don't know. We never listen to anything you say.
Yeah, but no, the books are great. The movies suck.
D says, light the Pitch Perfect movies on fire.
Yes.
And Eagle says, dragon fire can destroy stone buildings or cause explosions. Well, if you don't have an actual dragon to disprove the theory, then technically you can make anything happen.
I have a dragon.
I'm sure you do.
My wife is a dragon.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. 1989.
That's scary.
She is a very scary woman. Oh, good. That was my oldest son, not her.
I still haven't told my wife about that, what I called her the other day on stream. And
wait until she'll get a kick out of it.
No. She's never going to watch it, so it's never going to happen. But I'm the kind of person who will tell her ahead of time about it. So.
I'll clip it out and send it to her.
I recently changed her email address for her so that because she gets a lot of spam. So
I can text her.
Oh shoot! You do have her number, don't you? Oh well.
We are developing a new schedule. That's why I haven't promised to come out there. When I can get out there without any kids to distract me, I'll probably be harebrained just because I have no kids to.
Children.
Yeah. You guys do not know what it's like to go everywhere and have to every 5 seconds count your kids and make sure they're okay.
Make sure they're all there.
Yeah. Make sure no freaking creepo next door to you stole one.
Jeez.
Oh, I see what he's saying. Eagle says, Dragonfire can't destroy stone buildings or cause explosions. Can't. Inside job.
But all jokes aside, I am willing and able to help you. Anything you need. Like,
well, heck, I'd be cool if you just came and hanged out for a little bit,
Yeah, that would, yeah.
Yeah, hanged out.
Yeah, hanged
out.
Did you just threaten to hang me, Andrew?
No. I meant like how guys do. We just stand around and hang out.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Gay loving, got it.
No gay loving.
Let it all hang out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if I was gay, I could find somebody better.
I'm a grower, not a shower, so there's nothing hanging.
Yeah, I've told that to my wife before too. Honey, come on, man. Come on, dear. On that note, we're going to wrap things up tonight.
The degeneracy. It's just.
Yeah, I got some wood pieces I need to screw together.
Yes.
And I know that.
Yeah.
I actually do. I actually have display stands. I need to assemble.
Remember, PVC pipe is your friend.
I'm not using PVC pipe. It's all plywood. It's all wood.
Got it.
He loves wood.
I love the wood. That's right.
Wow.
Actually, the part of the store that we're focusing on is half the store, but what I actually am doing is I'm building a wall. Or actually, I already put the wall together. I'm just going to put.
It's going to be a fantastic wall.
It's going to be a beautiful wall. But it gives me about 3.5 feet between that piece of wall, which is only a 4-foot wall, and the back door, which literally gives me like a storage area, a small storage area where I can put stuff that people, when they walk in the store, they're not going to see. So that's where I'll hide all the bodies. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. If you are in Jacksonville and you want to come check out the new Misfit Corner Comics store, we are opening up at the Beach Boulevard Flea Market here in Jacksonville. And I almost guarantee you nobody in the chat is living in Jacksonville, but that's okay.
No.
But we will be making videos from the store very, very soon. I'm going to be setting up my drawing table there, which is a drafting table that I inherited from somebody a long time ago. And I'm going to actually the goal is to be able to draw, record, and just do all the stuff we like to do, you know, and maybe sell some stuff too, you know. We'll see what happens. All right, everybody. Oh, anybody else want to promote anything? I always forget that part. Kodiak, Avery, no? All right, good.
I wanted to promote Avery.
Yeah, Illustration Studio 7.62. If you haven't already, go over there and subscribe.
Yeah.
Don't subscribe to Kodiak because if he gets drunk, he'll go on some crazy...
Only time I'm entertaining.
Yeah, I'll start making video again soon. Yeah.
I remember that one time you went on a crazy rant, and Avery texted me and said Kodiak went off in a drunken rant, and I said, "Oh, good God, let me hear what he did." And I was listening to it, and I started texting you on Twitter. Said, "Dude, you're
down." Poor Manny was like, "I want to hear it. Don't take it down." I'm like, "I got to." Andrew of all people told me to take it down.
I didn't tell you to take it down. I said private it. I mean, because.
Well, I think I did.
You did either way. So it's just like you started yelling at people, and I'm like.
No, the thing is, I watched it. No, I was yelling at Google. The whole thing was a rant on Google. I just kind of bled off into incoherent.
Oh, speaking of which, I know this is at the very end, but I was looking for something in my email that. Hey, Lorenzo, how's it going, man? I was looking for something in my email. And I couldn't find it, and I knew I was supposed to get it. So I went to my junk folder, which I rarely ever go into the junk folder to see what's in there. And I found what I was looking for. But you know what else I found in there? Dozens and dozens and dozens of YouTube notifications from Steven Crowder and the Quartering. So Google, thanks for proving your bias. You know, you are nasty, nasty, nasty people. Because it's a Gmail account.
Dude.
So that's why.
Dude, did you read this?
Read what?
That actress, Reese, stabbed herself. Reese,
what?
She stabbed herself.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Reese. God, what is her last name?
Reese Witherspoon?
No, she didn't do it with a spoon. She did it with a knife. Thank you, EVS. It worked.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you all on Monday.